Back now on Triad today, I always like to welcome this guest back to the show whenever she can make time to get down here. Lori Bates, our director. You'll see the lovely Sheila Jones, Director of Marketing for Mountain Valley Hospice and Palliative Care. Welcome back to the show, dear.
Thanks for letting me come.
We have so much to talk about. Normally when we start out, we always like to remind people what hospice care is, and I think they know by now about the mission. But, you know, you have palliative care in your name, too. What does palliative care mean in terms of helping families as well as a patient?
Palliative care means comfort care, just a big word for comfort. But what it means for us is that there's a couple of programs that we can branch off into that. And one of those is taking care of folks who maybe not quite be ready for hospice or not actually be hospice appropriate, but they have something that's really chronic or really some symptom that needs to be managed. And we're experts at managing symptoms, so you know, why not take it the next step and do that for regular folks, not just folks that are terminal?
Right. So if my mom or dad is under palliative care, and here we are, summertime, we said, gee, we'd all like to go to the beach for a couple days. Is that okay? I mean, does that work well for palliative care?
Not really under palliative care, but under the hospice program, if they're a hospice patient, in one of those programs we have what's called respite care, which that respite can mean anything from the family needs to go to a wedding and they can take a 5-day rest, or they need to go to the beach, or went on vacation, or maybe they're just tired. You know, someone in the home, they're sick, it's 24/7,
and they've been the caregiver.
Stops. Right.
So if you're the caregiver for your mom or dad who's terminally ill and you need to get away for a couple of days, you can do that knowing that your mom or dad will be taken care of.
We have contracts with facilities as well as at our hospice home inpatient facility that we can take folks there. It's like taking everything they have at home and moving it into another place, providing that consistent care. They get the same team, the same folks. It's great. It's
great for the family. Last week you celebrated the opening of your hospice thrift store. How did it go?
We celebrated the opening for the Mountain Valley Hospice Resale Shop. Yes, it went great. We had approximately about 250, maybe 300 people there. Super, super successful.
And it's sort of an in and out thing because it's a dual purpose, which is kind of unique in terms of donating and buying, right?
Yes. You can donate in one door and purchase something nice on the way out for the next. And the mission for that is to help support those folks who don't have insurance.
And didn't somebody already, although it's designed to sell items so you can raise money for hospice, but didn't somebody donate something that you were able to give to somebody? Or?
And that's part of the mission as well. We serve, on average, probably about 1,800 families at any given day in bereavement, transitions, palliative care, and hospice, Kids Path, all those programs. So we wanted to have another avenue to be able to help those folks. Maybe they have low income, or maybe they can't, get the things that they need. And we actually have a patient who she is living in a hotel, and it's a week-to-week kind of hotel. So she doesn't have everything she needs there to provide her own care. And so the word was put out to our staff that someone needed a toaster oven, and it just so happens that the day we opened, someone brought a toaster oven.
At the thrift store.
At the thrift store. So we were able to share that love, through that thrift store. So that's huge too, not just the money that's bringing in.
What kind of items in general do you need at the thrift store?
We are taking anything: clothing, furniture, appliances, mostly small appliances.
Right.
Our square footage doesn't allow for a whole lot of large at this point, but we will take them, as well as housewares, home goods, bedding. We've sold some king-size beds that were given to us. We had new furniture given to us by Homeway Furniture, a local furniture company up there. We've sold a lot of that already.
Man.
It was wonderful. We had king-size headboards, king-size beds, king-size mattresses, sofas.
Anything like that. Electric fans, the hospice patients still in need of electric fans. Do you need those donated?
I'm glad you brought that up. With it going to be 94 next week, it's definitely something we want to put in the forefront of our mind. We're about comfort for our patients and families, and sometimes those folks don't have air conditioners. Maybe they're a COPD patient, they don't have air conditioners and they can't breathe, so we provide fans or ACs when the community donates. And we also share that with other agencies that may be having the same thing.
Excellent. On screen.
So we'll take those.
I know, and it's important. I mean, this whole thing is about comfort and care for the patient, and I just applaud what you do. You're looking on screen at mountainvalleyhospice.org. mtmvalleyhospice.org is the website. Please check that out. Do what you can. Donate. And you can also donate time and be a volunteer. Go to the website, find out all about it. Sheila Jones. Thank you, dear.
Thank you.